eSports won't be that much interested in picking this composition anymore,
Jax.
but looks like they are ready for it as well with the Jax.
I mean, it has to work because the season is on the line for Nova Esports. If Senna. Okay, well, this is. Oh man. All right. Nova Esports is just throwing all the games that we have casted so far today and has started to be not just to be what should I call this? Adaptive to its full potential, to the maximum, because now they have a Senna and they have a Yasuo, which really, I don't know, like they're banking too much on the Yasuo to be able to carry them. Although there is this fasting Senna strategy in where Yami would have more access to resources, it's just too much. Like, you're asking Neon to really carry the show for you, damage wise.
Yeah, it's very scary. I'm thrilled, but also concerned at the same time, because again, this is usually reserved as the last straw. But KBG is also responding. We see the Jax on Andran actually in the mid lane.
Okay.
And I believe we only have seen this a few times. But whenever he gets this champion, he actually gets the MVP on it as well. The last time that I've seen him on the Jax, it was during the regular season.
No, I think he used it against Undertalk, and where they lost so bad. And I was saying that Jax is not the good option for Unrun 9 because he needs to be felt from the get-go, not be that late game insurance. And we all know that, you know, the Jax being drafted here is more for defensive prowess, not really for offensive. But in this game, I actually like the draft of KBG, and I like the Jax against the Yasuo. The main reason why I like the Jax against the Yasuo here in Wild Rift is that you are able to dodge all the skills of the Yasuo using the Counter-Strike. So, say for example, you have an Empowered Steel Tempest and that you have the Tornado. If you have the Counter-Strike ready and active, you can dodge the Tornado even if it hits you. It's not the same interaction as, you know, as the PC version, in where you can still get knocked up if you have the Counter-Strike. So that's one of the small things that I often abuse as well in my solo queue games back in the day when I was playing Jax. But after it got nerfed, well, I'm having double thoughts. Anyway, looking as to how Nova started this is more allowable because they're now going for a lane swap in where the Senna will be helping out the Garen. Meanwhile, the Gragas will be in the bot lane, farming and soloing golden XP.
There's also like so many auto attacks on the side of Nova Esports, which makes this Jax more preferable for Anran to fully utilize. And even during that game against Thundertalk, right, he was zoning a lot of members away. Not just being able to fully utilize it simply because of the Akali matchup, but in this case, it's just perfect here against Neon. And he is actually doing a really good job as well. Winning the lane, chopping down the health of Neon lots of times. Bot lane, though, Yami has to fall back. Fortunately, he was still able to body slam away.
Yeah. But he needs to be very careful from now on, right? Like, they engage. Oh man, the laning phase. Jax really owns this. Oh man, I tell you, right? Like, this is also my go-to whenever Yasuo gets auto-locked, and I know for a fact that it's going to the Baron lane. If not the Renekton, I go for the Jax because, again, it's just so easy to outplay a Yasuo as a Jax in the early stages of the game. Now you look at the tower plates here in the bot lane, similar to what happened in the previous game. Shaoma and Yuyu was able to get majority of the tower plates available already. Like, oh man, 4 tower plates here in the bot lane. Accelerated start for KBG once again. It doesn't look like that Nova needs to find that rabbit in the hat. Needs to find that magic miracle, because again, if you give KBG a lead, they are the team to not surrender any of those.
KBG still is the one leading this game, similar to how the last 3 games went. And Nova eSports, well, this is a scaling composition. The Yasuo and the Senna will take some time before they have like their really good value. So they have to be very patient and not be too greedy. And oftentimes that's the disadvantage that some teams actually have. They try to be aggressive in the early game even though they do have scaling champions, and they get punished and they have a much harder time scaling up. Eventually the enemy team takes full control and ends the game. They don't want that here, especially that the season is on the line.
Yeah.
KBG is just respecting, just giving them a hard time.
And this is also KG's best champion in my opinion. Fiora going against the Garen, oh man, like cannot ask for more. Wow, what a play by Yu.
Oh, well, let's be
no flash.
Though. They do get the kill, man. Absolutely no way to escape.
Yeah, Yu with the proto belt, flashing in with the pulverize. No way to react if you're Nova eSports. And you look at the bot lane, Guillaume. First tower, pre-4 minutes
Ooh.
for KBG.
It's still the same, man. It's still the same. Even if this is their trump card, KBG is still reading them like a book. It's still a dominating start.
They are in a very good start indeed, Young, and I cannot believe it. Mainly because I thought, we would always have a game number 7, but initially I know, and we can fully trust Neon on this Yasuo because of his stellar play and skill on the champion, but can only do so much as one player, and that's my concern. It's still far from over though, but it is clear that KBG was able to dominate the early game and is now enjoying a 3k gold lead. Now Yu even went for the proto belt, which means all those engages by this Alistar will just have that extra mobility, extra oomph as well. So you have to be careful if you're Nova, especially Remake. Remake is very squishy. We all know that Senna, and you know this, right? As a Senna main. Like, oh man, Senna, you don't want to be in the wrong position. You look at Yu here. Never engaged
as well. Doesn't want to be in a bad position, but he is right now in this very bad spot. And they're just going to be giving this Andran another free kill. Well, this gold injection to Andran is going to be a big problem for Nova eSports. So they do get the Herald though. At least it's not a one-sided in terms of objective.
Dominus falling in the favor of KBG. That was a long lane. Now KG just needs to be careful. He can surrender this tower. There is already the tower in the bot lane that was secured. However, he can still challenge this because Yu is again here. The guy that is everywhere. Oh man, the Yu special, the Yu show once again creeping up, showing up when it counts, when it matters. Game number 6, final stage on the line. KBG dominating early game, 6 minutes, 4k gold lead.
Nova eSports has been trying to mitigate the pressure of KBG. They're giving objectives away. They're not dying as much as possible though. And that's the only good side that we're seeing right now from Nova eSports. Maybe later on we would see a tipping point wherein Nova eSports will start to resist KBG. But it's just so difficult to do that still, given the composition that they have. So this puts more pressure on Nova eSports, especially Yami. His cast later on has to be picture perfect.
Yeah, it's asking too much of Neon, to be honest with you. Like, you have to have the perfect engage, catch not just one but 2 people. And you look at Long right now. Oh, another engage by Yu Shama in the back line. That's it.
Yeah, Long is dead, and they can just muster them out. The Aatrox is having such a good time. Not already with a double kill. Can he secure the triple kill? Maybe not so. The spin to win is dealing too much. Dauma though is gonna get threatened. Never mind, it stays alive. Remake will do the trick as he gets the shutdown at least on him. Still able to pick up a kill, but that is without KG. That was a 5v4.
Yeah, it's a 5v4 and was a 3-4-3 in the end, if I'm not mistaken. And now KG, long lane. Okay, well, he still has a post, and I believe he does have a flash. Grand challenge to just add more move speed to this already very mobile Fiora. And KG will just say bye-bye, defected. Detective. What defective? My bad, detective.
Detective. Detective.
Yeah, detective. It's a Lupin reference, by the way, for those that doesn't know. But we look into this play again. Long receiving one Icathian Rain and one Darkened Blade, immediately chunked down less than half health. And let's look into this replay again. Neon was so good again on the Yasuo. He was doing millions amount of damage, but this tornado not hitting Shauma. Oh man, that's bad.
Oh,
speaking of bad. Okay, finally.
First kill, but he will trade his life though. So not really the best for Nova Esports. And now they play the Tom is having the best time right now. As the Alistar is just, doing that sound.
Yeah, clink, clink, clink. Whenever you hear that, you know what is in store for you.
Death is knocking on the door when you hear that sound. As now, Yitza gonna be falling down. Grand Chan is propped up, and here comes Neon. Starting to pop up, but enough will deny everything here from Nova Esports. KG and Shama free hitting for days now. Both of them go in. Even Yu goes back. KG though taking the tower shot. He will stay alive. Never mind, he doesn't. But they do get the tower still.
A random wild Rift Herald appeared. Wait. a wild Rift Herald appeared out of the blue. I think that's a misclick for sure, right? Like, I think he wanted to use the ward. He wanted to use the sweeper lenses. Turns out he has a Rift Herald, and that's another blow to Nova Esports. And we're looking to that replay again. And if you're Neon, that's a nightmare. Every single time you see a Jax using his counter strike, there's no counterplay. None whatsoever. You cannot use your Steel Tempest, you cannot use your normal attacks, you cannot really do a thing. And in Run 9, with the help of Ita and Remake, he went down. Right. But at the exchange of so many things in the favor of KBG, you look at that tone. He's the unsung hero of this game as well. Alongside Yu, buddies are just leaping up and down every single time. Small knockups happen here and there. And Shauma again, very, very consistent on the Kai side. It's just so KBG one-sided right now, Kyung.
Oh man, KBG. They're sensing it. They're feeling it. They're very close to that sweet, sweet victory. All they need is to continue on the onslaught, on the pressure, on the kills. That's now Neon. Killer Instinct. He's gonna be dead. Wind Wall to try and stay alive, but it's not gonna be enough, buddy. As Remake's gonna be the next target. Adam is there to do the damage. And Nova Esports lost 2 members. The knockup is there. Long desperately trying to run away. But the slows are there. It's gonna be pushed back and hold in his place. KBG with 3 kills. They can just go in the mid lane, bash more towers, take more gold.
Double-digit gold lead already at 10 minutes. This is Nova crumbling down, and KBG just sending a message that whatever wins you had in the first few parts of the playoffs, in the first stage, or the first day off group stage, it doesn't matter. What matters is that in this game, you get to say goodbye, and this will be an early vacation for Nova. Look at Neon, he's the bright spot. He was supposed to be the savior, but with the amount of lead of KBG, even Shauma is not afraid of him right now. Like wind wall, doesn't matter. Icathian Rain, some of the bullets will still rain down on you. Oh man, this is so sad. If you are a fan of Nova Esports and if you are a fan of KBG, looks like that their dream of going back-to-back is still alive.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to redeem yourself. In a perfect time to support Keep Best Gaming as they're on their way. This is a team that struggled against Nova Esports, lost in the regular season, lost in the playoffs as well. And the last time, the third time that they meet, they're the ones knocking on the door, knocking on the series, threatening for a reversal.
What a way to answer the asshole, by the way. Such a genius. And this is also KBG learning from their past mistakes, or from their past failures. We have to remember that when KBG went against Nova during the first stage of playoffs, they got surprised. Game number 7, Yasuo got locked in. and they got easily dismantled by Nova eSports. They got pushed into the lower bracket. This is KBG saying, hey, you know what? You cannot do the same trick twice. We will be able to adapt. In this Kaisa problem that Nova was able to utilize effectively during games 1 and 2, KBG had a proper response by owning the early game. And then on the flip side, now that they have the Kaisa, the problem is on Nova's side. Like, Nova just got checkmate, man. Checkmate.
Yeah, checkmate. Nothing. There's no angle to work around anymore. The ropes are cut. The edges are showed off right now by KBG Gaming. There's no avenues in which Nova can squeeze their way, but they're attempting to do so.
Desperation.
Oh, they're being desperate, yeah. On. They're waiting for his target. They can burst him out. Fortunately, they do. That's one way to deal with it. It's not enough to turn the tides around, but that's a start.
Yeah. That's a jungler dead for a good 40 to 50 seconds. Nova can threaten the Baron. I don't think this is the right idea. Amount of folks coming from Xiaoma. Amount of engages available to KBG. They're just waiting, circling down, making sure that Nova has nowhere to run.
Oh, they try, but they're just stuck right now. This is the pincer moment. KBG is happy with this. They're taking them down. Nobody can escape. It's only Yitz staying alive. But you're on the other side, the wrong side. But yeah, you do get the Baron. But Nova eSports has only one thing in mind. Push the Nexus. Run it down mid.
Can Yitza do it though with the Baron empowered minions? He can present some resistance for sure. This is the 4-man squad, 5-man squad of KBG. 1v5, everybody.
Miracle will not happen anymore as KBG finally, after 2 times losing to Nova eSports, they get the sweetest revenge and qualify to the finals.
KBG completes the 4 teams that we will be casting and we will be watching starting July 21. CN top 1, J-Team, CN top 2, KBG, APAC top 1, NGX,